Good morning, everybody. It's Karen, and welcome to Tuesday Tune-Up, your Tuesday Tune-Up on November 23rd, 2 days from Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. So I wanted to say hi, and for all those who are here in the lower 48 or Alaska or Hawaii, celebrate this holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And everybody else, come to our house. We're going to have some really rich food that will make you want to fall asleep by the time you finish it on Thursday. So anyways, today we are going to talk about gratitude. And not as much talk about it, but really to get into this space of gratitude, because the more that you can feel grateful, the more that you can generate gratitude, the more the universe brings it to you, brings you reasons to be grateful. And so that's one of our most powerful tools that you can use to become more abundant, to become more joyful. There is never anything wrong with gratitude. And so I'm going to come into your space, just say, it's okay. Here we go. Or say yes, actually. I'm coming in. Here we go. And let's just read the room and see. And remember that you can put comments down in the comment section of this actual video so that the next time I can honor your requests. I think there was one I wasn't able to do because we've been doing money healings, and so I want to come back into that. So just write down exactly what you want, and I will fulfill your desires here with that, because that's what this is for your tune-up. All right, here we go. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, here we are. So anyways, like I was saying, gratitude. Let's see what we got here. Let's give you God's understanding of what gratitude really is. And so the words I get, and this is from God's perspective, so the words I get immediately are, it's a receiving station. So we're basically building that platform out for this positive energy to come in. Okay. And let's let you know that it's safe to receive. Let's let you know what it is to receive. If you are in my community, sometimes receiving is harder for you. It's easy for you to give, but it's not as easy for you to receive to the level that you really, really deserve, okay? And those who are more abundant just receive better. And there we go. So I'm just watching that happen here. Okay, you know, my head goes back and forth like this because there's just energy moving through here. All right. And so let's let you know that you're worthy of receiving, what it feels like to receive, and what it feels like to live your life being in the receiving mode. And so right immediately when I do that, and when I tap into our collective consciousness here, it's like, well, if I'm too open, then I'm going to get hurt. And if I receive too much, I'm going to get hurt. So let's give you God's understanding on that. And this has been our experience as kids, right? Because the reason that our childhood is so, not only so memorable, but so impactful is because we're in theta the whole time. So it's, how do I put this? So one of the things I learned a while back was that our money beliefs are made by the time we are 7 years old. So there's these foundational beliefs, but that's why, because we're in that completely open, whoa. And now the difference is that we have discernment. Now, what we've been doing since then, because of sometimes when we went through painful or traumatic experiences, is that we were, I love my English today, putting up barriers so that we wouldn't get hurt. We were putting up something in the way. And unfortunately, I mean, it's a completely natural thing to do, but unfortunately what happens is when we do that, we also hold out the good too. And so what we want to do instead is just have pure discernment to know what's around us, instead of saying, well, I don't want, bullies to come in my life. I don't want victims to come in my life. I don't want this and that to happen, because our brains, our subconscious don't understand don't. Anything with a not in front of it, your brains can't picture it, so they just do the opposite of that. So let's have source right now. So I always talk about what you do desire, and for whatever reason, desire is a much gentler word than want, because want implies that you don't have it, and when you may already have some of it. So you're actually, it may just be inaccurate. So here we go. All righty. Let's straighten that out for you. Let's give you God's discernment to know what's really going on. And also, what's coming up here are those traumas that happened when you were little, when you were totally wide open and wanting to receive everything, and you got nailed by it, from either an insensitive peer, an insensitive parent, or an insensitive sibling. Here we go. Or anybody else. It could be a stranger. So there's something about being taken advantage of, and there's a lot of resentment around that. So let's heal the resentment of being taken advantage of when you were that young and that naive, when your brain was just in the beginning stages of really growing, right? And just gathering information. There we go. Okay. And let's have Source heal the disappointment you've had in human beings because of those situations. There we go. Let's just watch that. Now I feel that right here. You can feel that wherever. I just always talk about where is it that I feel something. So that you know, and I know that something's happening. You don't have to feel it at all for it to be happening. Okay. All right. Woo! And remember, if you feel some tightness or anything, or you feel like something's trying to get its way out, sometimes it's an ache or a sensation, you can actually, wherever it is, put your fingers together and open up that space, and it'll come right through, if that's what it is. There we go. I felt that like right in front of the heart. Okay, there we go. So, healing that disappointment. Okay. Nice. And understand that love and compassion come and take its place. So what I'm hearing is it's the compassion piece we need to work on. So let's let you know what Source's definition and feeling of compassion is. And that you're worthy of receiving this compassion. How to and what it feels like to receive it. That it's safe to receive it. That it's possible to receive it. There we go. Yay. Because when that comes in, everything gets better. And there's also a lot, because when we're little, we tend to start believing our abusers. And so we take over when we get older, when we're trying to parent ourselves, those authority figures that did that to us, we start parenting ourselves in that same sort of way. And so let's have Source let you know the truth on that. On parenting yourself with criticism, with disappointment, with harsh judgment. Teach you what you're meant to learn so you can live without that. And so let's show you what it feels like to live without criticizing yourself and judging yourself harshly. That it's possible to, and that it's safe to. And then I heard, well, then I'll be spoiled. And then I heard, spare the rod, spoil the child. So that's an old one. An oldie but goodie. So let's have Source change that. And let you know, let me just let you know that all this energy and information will be coming to you in all languages and on all levels, so that we leave no stone unturned in your subconscious mind. So these changes can go very deep and be very powerful for you. There we go. And the burden of that disappointment in humanity, let's release that right now. Out of every cell of your body, send that to God's light. Okay. Woo! Nice. This is just whipping by here this morning. Okay. So these are all the barriers. It's so fascinating. Because I really don't have much of an idea when I come on, and it just downloads from whoever's listening, whoever will be listening and watching, so you can hear the right thing for you. I love that. And probably the right thing for me too. Oh. Okay. That's much better. And so now let's have Source heal the traumas, and this is going to be much more of a macro than a micro in any specific person, but the traumas that you experienced, the energy of the traumas that you experienced when you were so open to receiving everything and people took advantage of that. And they were cruel or they were abusive or they were critical. And so let's have Source release and heal that trauma. Whatever you're willing to let go of, okay? There we go. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. All right. Ooh, I can feel it come through the heart. That just wants to get through there. Let's just open that up. And let's show you what it feels like to speak your truth. That it's safe to speak your truth. How to, what it feels like to speak your truth in a healthy way. And to heal that fear of alienating others. And understand that you're here to make this time that feels a lot more divisive than it's been in a long time have balance and harmony. Without swallowing your beliefs, without hiding who you are. There we go. And let's let you know what balance is from Source's perspective, what harmony is from Source's perspective. There we go. Nice. And let's just have, what is this? I want you to think right now about somebody that you are grateful for in your life. Right now I'm feeling very grateful for my mom. And I'm feeling a lot of joy around her, even though she passed away 6 years ago. It feels good to think of her right now and her love and feel her love. And so you find someone you feel really, really grateful for, who really helped shape you into the person you are today. There we go. And just sit in that gratitude for a second. There we go. Beautiful. And now I want you to do this again and pick somebody else. All right? I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's your mail carrier. Whoever it is. And find somebody. I'm thinking about somebody. Okay, got it. And think of what they bring to your life that makes your life richer. Okay. There we go. Let's heal. For whatever reason, when I'm doing that, I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a loneliness thing coming up for some people. So let's just have God heal that loneliness if it's coming up. The reason it's coming up is that love or gratitude, something that powerful, has to take the place of something else. Okay? And so when you love someone, let's say like you just had a baby, there's like a big boost of love when that happens, a burst of love. It takes the place, it could take the place of fear, it could take the place of abuse or whatever, but then the other negativity comes up. And you're like, oh my gosh, blah. And it's like, no, it's just coming up to get out. So remember the old trick that I teach you that when things are coming up after, when you're doing a healing, or it can be even after an intense feeling that you're having that's positive too, is imagine that the top of your head is like a lid, like a garbage lid, and open it up, snap your fingers, and say goodbye. And if it's about that energy exchange, that energy transfer, as it were, and it'll leave in a moment. If it's about something else, then it's about something else. All right, here we go. And just let you know what it feels like to be grateful to be in this life. And it's possible and it's safe too to be grateful in this body. And it's possible and it's safe to do that too. and that you can thank your body for bringing you to this moment, getting you to at least to Thursday so that you can have some yummy, rich food and fall asleep right afterwards. There we go. And just let you know that it's possible for you to be generous, even more generous than you are now, and it's possible for you to receive the generosity of others. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Wonderful. Great, great session here. Let's have Source give you a body healing and let you know who you are from God's perspective with all these changes that will continue to evolve. Let's see. And that's centering in this dimension, close all dimensional doors, anchor and ground. That just means we're getting you back in your body so that you can move forward in your day with more joy, more productivity, more understanding, and now more gratitude. So just want to remind you that I would love, love, love to have your comments inside in the Facebook page after this comes out, and your suggestions for next week's Tuesday Tune-Up. Whatever you want, I will bring it in. Thank you so much for being here today. Happy Thanksgiving to all those who are celebrating it, and happy holiday season, which we are now getting into. And let's really take this. I always say it's like this 6-week slip and slide all the way through to New Year's. Let's take these feelings of goodwill that are generated also by our collective consciousness, and let's just ride that wave and add to it and add to it, add to it, so that it can spill over beyond January, beyond February, beyond March, April, May, all the way through the whole year. All right, guys. Take care. Goodbye, and God bless. See ya.